A very good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. In last session, we have discussed about chapter 10 starting part. Today we are going to discuss with next topic, that is the basics of entering data. How we can enter data into a Excel sheet. The data that you can enter in a worksheet, it can be categorized in four categories. It can be of text type, a value type, a logical value type, or a formula type. Still, no matter which type of data we are entering, the basic steps are same. Worksheet can hold all types of chart, diagram, buttons, other objects, everything it is supporting. So, for entering the text, how we will do the data entry? Now we will listen in this chapter. Entering text, data entry in Excel sheet is very easy and it's an important part because data entry is the starting step of your Excel sheet. You may either select a single cell or you can type text into a formula bar also. And I have already told what is the symbol for formula bar, it is FX. After typing the text, you need to press enter key to store or confirm your data entry. So pressing enter does two things. It will perform two steps. First one, it stores whatsoever you have typed in the cell. Second thing, it bumps the cell pointer down to the next row. It means it will move the cursor to the next row, one column down. Next part is like this is the area where we are typing. Suppose we are typing in this cell area. Here we are typing, it is automatically showing in formula bar also. So there is also another way to carry out the data process. Select your cell, type text and click the gray check mark along with the formula bar. It is the another method. Next part is sometime what happen, a data entry is very lengthy, a user can't enter the data of this much size. Sometimes a text entry is too long to fit in a cell. So how Excel can recommend this type of data entry? If the cell to write is empty, Excel lets the text to spill into the next cell. If the cell to write contains data, then what happen? The entry gets cut off. So the text you entered is in the cell. Nothing get lost when it cannot be displayed on screen. You just can't see the text or number except by glancing at formula bar where the content of active cell can be seen. And to solve that problem, what we can do? Widen the column. It means increase the width of column and it will automatically fit in your cell value. Otherwise, shorten the text entry. Second method is reduce the size of text or reorient the text or wrap the text. It means divide the text in two cells. It means divide the text in two rows. Wrapping means to run the text down to the next line, much the way the text in a paragraph run to the next line. When it reaches to the right margin, Excel make row taller to accommodate wrapped text data into a cell. It means when the data entry will be larger, automatically it will switch to the next row when we are using the wrapping option. And to wrap the text, just go to the home button and select wrap text option. It will, what will happen? It will directly move the text into the next position. Second thing, entering numerical data. When we are going to enter the numerical value, either it is dollar value, either it is rupees value, you don't worry about comma, decimal point or currency symbol. It will not affect your actual value. To enter numerical data, select a cell, type the value and conclude the process with a navigational stroke. It means mouse click or that green tick. Excel would not allow a large value to bug into the neighboring columns. That is, if you type the value of larger size, however, the value is translated into English and Excel simply prevent it from passing into the column next door. What it will do? It will reduce the length of value and it will convert it to the scientific notation and it will show in the process of like 1e plus 0 9. It means 9 zeros are at the end of data and it's starting from E, 1 exponential 9. But if the column width is very narrow, what happens? In such case, it can't be accomplished into the scientific notation. If size is very less, in that case, it will convert into the uh, dash symbols. It is known as your hash symbols. Next part is entering number with fraction. If value is entered in the pointed form, like you want to write 6.875, it will be appear. So what will be happen? In that case, you enter a fractional value into cell. For example, to enter 67 by 8, you need to write the space between 6 and 7. What will you do? Enter 6 space 7 divide by 8 and then press enter key. What will happen? When you select the cell, it will show the divided value, that is 6.875. That will be appear in formula bar. And the cell entry appears like a fraction. It means, for example, 1 by 8. If you have fractional only, you must enter a 0 first, like 0 1 by 8, or Excel will likely assume that you are entering a date. When you select the cell and look the formula bar, you will see that that is 1 by 8 and the value is 0.125. And what are the limitation? The limitation of Excel is the 18 digit will be displayed as like twice. It can be divided in two parts. Excel numbers are precise up to 15 digit. It can accept up to 15 digit value. For example, if you want to enter large value, such case it will repeat the same value. It will divide the value in two parts by comma symbol. And the precision may seem quite limiting, but in practice it's rarely cause any problem. This is the limits. Largest positive number is 9.9 exponential plus 307. Smallest negative number is minus 9.9 exponential plus 3.307. Smallest positive value is 1 exponential minus 307, and largest negative value is minus 1 exponential minus 307. It is the limit of your values. Now entering date and time values. The value of date and time can be entered by selecting a particular format. If you are directly typing the date, it will create a problem. Date and time can be used in a calculation part, but entering the date and time value in a cell, it can be a problem when you are typing some value. You need not to know that it acceptly, but Excel converts date and time to the serial values. For example, July 31st 2004 is the number, that is 38199. If you write July 31st, 2004, it will be get converted into the number, that is 38199. Same July 2004, it will convert into the other value. So these serial values represent the number of whole days. It means how many number of days since January 1 to 1900, and the portion of serial value to the right of decimal point is the time. It is the time. It is represented in a portion of full day. Now next part is how to represent the date and time. The major concept it is for entering major date and time. We will follow the steps. You can enter a valid date in a cell just above any format. You need to select the format, and formats are like of three types: month, date, year, month, date, year, or it means lengthy or shorten, and day, month, and year. And date formats you need to quickly select. You can quickly apply a format to the dates by selecting cell and using one of these techniques. Just click on home tab, select the number format. Number format could be of two types. Either it could be a short date, either it could be a long date. Short date means month, date, and years, and long date is like day also will be present, like Saturday, July 31st 2010. You need to click on home tab. In home tab you will click on number format. It will show you the multiple options. Select the option short date or long date, whatsoever you want to use. Both options are available. And to enter the current date, just write in the cell control plus semicolon and press enter key. It will automatically insert the current date of your system. And current year's date, if you don't enter the year as the part of date, Excel assume that the date you entered is in the current year. For example, if you enter the date like 7/31st, formatting. It will assume it is a 2010 date because the current year is assumed at 2010. Right now we are entering, it will assume it as it 2020. So you need to enter the current year with the date. As long as the date you want to enter is the current year, you can save a little time when entries date by not entering the year. And dates on formula bar, no matter which format you are using, we can enter the date on formula bar also. For that, what will happen? For entering the date in formula bar, we need to type the date in a proper format, like which dates are displayed in a formula bar in the format, like month, date, year, 7/31st 2010. How dates are displayed in worksheet is up to you. Entering time, for entering the time we have two formats, hour, minute or pm, or second is hour, minutes and second, and am or pm. For entering the time you need also to set the format of time also. So separate hour, minute and second with a colon symbol. Time format you can enter am or pm and select the cell, go to the home tab, open the number format and choose the drop down list and choose the time format. You can also change the format by clicking number group button as the home tab and selecting a time format. And AM or PM, unless you enter AM or PM, Excel assume that you are operating on a military time. For example, 3:30 is considered as 3:30 AM or 15:30 is as a 3:30 PM. So if you will enter AM, it will assume it. Otherwise, by default, it will assume as a AM timing. Do not enter period after letter AM or PM. Next part is, if you want to enter the current time, just write in cell, press Ctrl plus Shift plus semicolon and press enter. It will show the current time of your system. And for combining date and time, just what will you do? You can combine date and time by entering the date, then you will give a blank space and the time as shown in below. And range is the area which you have selected. A range is one or more cell. Range can be contiguous or non-contiguous. Contiguous means a rectangular block of cells, and non-contiguous means a selected cell, limited cell in between. Suppose you have selected cell number 1, then cell number 5, then cell number 10. And contiguous means you have selected from 1 to 10. Range gives you a way to work with the number of cells in a one time. For example, when we are formatting cell or entering data in them, you can also name range. So you can easily identify them and move to them. More you will understand when we will discuss about the practical portion of Excel sheet. I will give you one lecture also related to the Excel sheet formatting. Selecting a range. For selecting a range, just click in the upper left cell of the range, hold the shift key till the last column is not selected, and click in the upper left cell of the range and drag down to the lower right cell of the range, and click the upper left cell of range, hold down shift key and use the arrow key to move to the lower right of the range. These are different type of selections. Like if you want to select several range, for that just select the first range, hold down the control key and select the next range. It means you will select the first cell, afterward you will press control key, afterward you will click on the next cell which you want to select. It is the several range selection. And row, for selection of row, just the shortcut key is shift plus spacebar. Otherwise you can use click the row heading number at the left corner, and you also can press shift plus spacebar key. Both options are available. And if you want to select the multiple rows, just bring the cursor down with the help of shift key. And colon can be selected by shortcut key, that is control plus spacebar. Your current colon can be selected. Next is entire worksheet. For selection of entire worksheet, we have a shortcut key like MS Word, it is control plus A. And range, that is out of view, control plus G, that is for go to command. Click on the name box on the formula bar and type the address of range you want to select. For example, select the range from R100 to 250. Just type R100 dot 250. It means type the row number, then row name, row number, column name, column number, and just press the enter key. It will select a group of range that is not visible on your current screen. Naming a range, you can name the range also. Like naming a range, you want to give the name, like text you want to give. It is easy to understand how to identify a range. For example, A34 to R78 refer to all the cell that is compared between A34 to R78, including those two cells will hold down the upper left and lower right corner. Next is the important portion, that is your formula or function part. Like if you want to do the sum of values that is between the cell A6 to A20, just write equal to sum, then write the range like A6 colon A20. What it will do? It will do the sum of all 20 A6 to A20 colon and give the result in a single column. Like same, if you are writing equal to sum and income, where the word income represents or act a proxy of A6 or A20, which could be listing a collection of income data. Naming a range help you to anyone else who may be viewing the workbook. It means you can fit the name as a range also. You can set the name as a range also. Suppose you want to give the name A6 to A20 as income, you can save it. Next part is average. Average is a total sum divided by number of entries. If you want to do the average, what it will do? It will be written as a formula equal to average, then the range from where to where you want to do the total sum and divide by number of entries. And second option is there, select the cell range, click in the name drop box list of that field, enter the name of range. It can be up to 255 character with no space, and it must begin with a letter or a backslash or underscore, or capitalized does not matter for naming, and enter the key. Changing and deleting the range name, using the name box, it is easiest to change the range name or delete the range name. Just select the cell, choose formula tab, define names in the define name button, group to display the define name. And to add or change the delete the cell name or range name, type a new name for the range in a name in workbook and click add. And reuse an existing range, in that case name in workbook list and click on add. Multiple options are there. When we will go to the practical part, it will be more understandable in that case. And to quickly go to a particular range, just select a named range and select the range name from a name box drop down list. Next is creating a new Excel workbook. How to create an Excel workbook? Just click on file tab, afterward select new option, afterward it will display group of templates, select blank workbook and you will click on create option and create a blank workbook. We have a shortcut key also, that is Ctrl+N, and create a workbook from a template. Take your pick from these techniques to create a workbook from template. Use a template on your computer or download a template from office.com. Two options are there. You can use your own template also. These all are the templates. You can use your own templates also, my templates. Otherwise you can download it from office.com also if it is not available. How to save a workbook? For saving a workbook, we have shortcut key also, Ctrl+F, and otherwise second method is there. Click on file and save as option. Afterward enter the file name and press on save button. First option is there, choose a location, second type the name, and third is save with save option. And by using save command, just click the save command on quick access toolbar. The workbook will be saved in its current location in the same file. And as using save as a PDF, you can also save it as a PDF. In that case, file, then save as option. Afterward, save as select type, and type will be of PDF. And when you click on save, it will show the entire workbook as a PDF file. It will display as a PDF file. So this is all about your chapter number 10. Again I am speaking, if you will be do it practically, you will be more understandable. So we will take one more lecture for practical session also. I'll send you the one practical video also. You will look it and you will be understand more. Thank you, have a nice day. If you are having any doubt, you can call me on my contact number also, that is 999 111 8890. Thank you, have a nice day.